Hey folks. Okay, so it's been a little bit. Couple things here. Let me just stand back. Boat's done. It's all polished. So let me just bring this down here a little bit. I want to show you a couple things. So I'll tilt it down. So I'm going to kind of hunch down a little bit here. So this is going to be called a little bit of a recap. So we'll call it, let's call it the Admirals Corner. So first off, do the sides first. When I was showing you guys earlier in one of the episodes on how to polish the boat, it didn't seem to throw off that much. I said it might make your face a little bit like a coal miner. Well, as it turns out, it'll make you a lot worse than that. So the sides you get a fair bit of guck off, but the hull you get a lot. So you end up pretty covered in stuff. And it's sort of the black crud that comes off, but it comes off fairly easily, but yeah, you kind of need to have a shower and your wife will laugh at you. So a couple other things is I found that the wheels, the sewn wheels, cotton sewn wheels, they do tend to wear down a fair bit. So I went through two of them for the brown bar. The white one didn't do as bad because when you're cutting the hull, I found the hull was a lot dirtier, a lot messier. So it took a lot longer to do the hull than it did the sides. The sides polished up quite quickly actually in comparison. So, and that's fairly obvious. The hull's sitting in the water all the time and it builds up quite a crud and some oxidization, a lot more so than the sides would when they're just sitting exposed to air only. So my suggestion is, again, do the sides first and then do the hull. Expect to get very dirty. My garage definitely had a good film of sort of black particulate all over it, and I had to vacuum it up. In fact, the walls and stuff were covered in it too. Not as bad as sanding the boat. Like sanding the boat will coat everything so thick you can't even see in here. This was more just, you kind of got everything kind of got a film on it. Couple other things sort of to recap of where we're at here. Stripping the boat went quite well. A couple of the guys online on iBoats there, one in particular, Glenn, he found that when you had sort of that crusty crud from the water on the boat, that Safe Strip would not go through that no matter how much he applied. So I didn't have that same experience. Probably the closest was on the stern. I found it a little bit difficult to go through, but overall, after two coats of it, sort of back to back, it definitely cut through, and I was able to strip the paint off no problem. But again, because of what Glenn experienced there, definitely just something sort of to be aware is you may need to go to a stronger method to do that, like an aircraft stripper, to be able to take that paint off. So, but in my case, I had two coats of paint on here and it took them up no problem. I just didn't have that layer in there in between. Polishing, what else can I say about it? It went pretty smoothly, other than the fact that it makes your face and hands and feet covered in black crud. And so where we're at right now is basically, I'm going to take this boat. Oh, and the other thing is putting this wax on, like insulator wax. That goes on pretty well. A couple of words to the wise: don't put too much on. It will turn your boat kind of a milky color, so you'll lose some of the shine, and you'll have to polish not awful, but really hard to get that back to the shine. So just put it on